Robert T. Burton, Rescue.
November 16th. 10 more rescue wagons met the Martin Company at the top of Rocky Ridge.
November 17th. We shall travel by mule teams to the valley, leaving the ox teams behind, and expect to travel between 20 to 25 miles a day. James Blake, Martin Company.
Now in wagons, the Martin Company reached the Bear River on November 25th. Progress to the valley was rapid, though deaths continued. At Big Mountain, a handful of rescuers, including Joseph A. Young, were keeping the road open by tramping down the waist-deep snow with ox teams. 20-foot drifts lined parts of the canyon road leading to the valley. November 30th. As Sunday meetings concluded, 104 wagons carrying the members of the Martin Company rolled into Salt Lake City.
I do not want to see them put into houses by themselves. I want to have them distributed in the city among the families that have good and comfortable houses. Prayer is good, but when baked potatoes and pudding and milk are needed, prayer will not supply their place. Brigham Young.
I felt to rejoice greatly and give praise to God for my safe arrival in Zion with my wife and children after a journey of 6 months and 1 week. James Blake, Martin Company.
I think the tally is somewhere around 69, 70 deaths in the Willie Company, whereas the Martin Company possibly as many as 3 times that number.
Relief teams carrying the Hunt and Hodgett companies straggled into the valley between December the 11th and 15th. Their arrival concluded the ordeal for some 1,200 emigrants.
There's no doubting that it was the worst tragedy in the history of the Oregon Trail.
And this was part of a huge migration of people looking for freedom to believe and to worship as they chose. And in this particular case of these 2 wagon trains and handcart parties, who so many of the members had to pay the ultimate price for that freedom. You know, you talk about battlefields being consecrated in blood. I think that this is an example of the trail being consecrated in blood.
Their strength, their tenacity, their possession of great faith, enormous loyalty to their families. In a word, it was heroic.
How inadequate is language to depict, or pen to write the soul-stirring pleasure and gratitude to the all-wise Creator for our safe arrival home. Harvey Clough, Rescue.
The winter setting in at least a month early, and the mistake of starting us a month too late, are the main causes of that calamity. Josiah Rogerson, Martin Company.
The journey with its great and incessant toils, its wearing hardships and wasting privations, was a hard and bitter experience, wholly unanticipated. Whom do I blame for the misadventure? I blame nobody. I have no doubt that those who had to do with the management meant well, and tried to do the best they could. John Jakes, Martin Company.
Funding for this program was provided by the Harmon Family Foundation, Rex and Ruth Maughan, the Simmons Family Foundation, the Brent and Bonnie Jean Beasley Foundation, the Paul and Kim Willie Foundation, Wasatch Premier Properties, Dana and Chris Doggett, Ross and Anita Farnsworth, the George S. and Dolores Dore Eccles Foundation, the Bert N. Smith Family Foundation, and the Mormon Historic Sites Foundation.